Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So for today's reading, I pulled it on Saturday. It was a weird energy that came up. It was kind of annoyance. It was like, all right, like my guides kind of came in and was like, let's just deal with this already. Let's just put it out there, put it on the table, and we're going to deal with this. Enough is enough is enough. Because I kept getting this irritated, annoying feeling, like letting something go on too long, and now needing to, you know, make whatever plan. Or I don't quite know the story to this. That's the thing. What I found interesting is as I was looking at it, I couldn't read the cards, right? And so for me, I've never had that problem really. Like, yeah. No, I've always been able to interpret something, but as I would look at it, it was just a blank wall. And they said it's not time to read it yet. So even if I wanted to peek ahead and get to know, it was like my spiritual eyes were hidden. And so that was a message I received as well. And for this video, it says that someone does not possess their spiritual eyes to see you for who you are. And so no matter what you do, you could be the type of person that like gives and gives and gives and think, if I'm kind enough, maybe they'll see that, I'm a loving person. Or if I'm this and maybe they'll see me. That's what I'm getting. Just someone going out of their way, doing things, trying to get noticed, to be seen. But this energy I get is annoying. It's not really, you shouldn't have to win someone over in order to have their time and attention. And so I lived my weekend and I had quite a few downloads. So I'm trying to, I probably should have wrote it down before. And in fact, I think I did. Oh, okay. Hold on, guys. We're going to need to pause this video. I actually did make notes. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. And all that did was confuse me even more. So I had to sit there for a bit because there is such a mishmash of stories coming through. I've got 3 stories that I kind of want to talk about. And at the beginning of this reading, Spirit also kind of came in and said that this is going to be a long one. So to get comfortable, oh man, I just looked over and saw in all this time I already drank half my tea. But they did say some tea is going to be spilled today because there's that annoying energy of enough is enough is enough. I just keep seeing someone like a mosquito. They just keep showing me someone sitting, relaxing out in wilderness, and there's just this annoying mosquito, and so they've pushed it away enough, but this time they're gonna clap back. That's that stop, no more energy. So where do we even start? They're telling me to go with Isis. Okay, so Isis, they want to talk about the story of Isis and the 7 scorpions. Because previously said, someone does not have the spiritual eyes to see you, to know who you are. And so the story of Isis and the 7 scorpions is after she was kind of on her journey, right? She's dressed down kind of like a beggar. She doesn't really want to be known. And so she puts on this disguise and goes off. And so as they get, the 7 scorpions are her protectors. They're the ones that make sure that no matter where she goes on her journey, she's safe. Those are your spirit guides, your spirit animals, whatever. And so they get to this town, and Isis knocks on the lady's door and asks if she has any food or shelter. And the lady looks at her in disgust and is like, get off my property, like wants nothing, like nothing near her. Just get off, like you're gross. How can you even think that you're worthy enough to come and talk to someone like me with this much money? And so, Isis goes and they end up going to another house, and it's a lady who doesn't have much. Really? Now the sun comes out today? It was a very gloomy day before. All right, hold on. This is gonna bug me, so I'm gonna go shut the blind. Oh, hi again. My guides are so funny. They're like, you get a little bit annoyed about the sun finally coming out, even though the channel is letting your sun shine, and that's a message they want to share, is like, whatever this annoying thing is, I feel like it's just been something that's just been so irritating in the background, like a constant jab that just is like, they're showing me like Family Guy, like mom, mama, mom, 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 mommy, and it's just like, by the end, you're just like, enough, no more, no, no, no. And so it is going to come as a little bit of an inconvenience when it first shows up, but there is light to be illuminated today. So what were we talking about before? Isis. And she went to houses, and that rich lady was rude, and so then she went to another one, to a lady who was a little bit less than. She was didn't have much to share and offer, but she took Isis and helped her in. But in that night, while everyone was sleeping, the scorpions went, and they went to the rich lady who had shown poor just poor morals and values and hospitality. That's what didn't show hospitality. Morals and all that comes in other things, right? You can associate that to, now they're showing me Wuthering Heights. We're not going to go down that story yet, because that's another story that they've been playing out in the background as well. Rewind back from Wuthering Heights back to Isis. And we're at the house. Oh yeah, scorpions go to the rich lady's house and they steal her baby. And they take the baby and give it to Isis. And so when Isis wakes up and sees it, she's like, oh my goodness. Like, she knows what happened because she knows who the scorpions are. And they're what they had done and why they had done what they'd done. Because the scorpions were so mad at the mistreatment, So unfortunately, Isis wanted to stay inconspicuous, but she had to reveal herself to give the baby back. And I didn't go and Google the story. Could have butchered it in so many ways, but that's what is coming to my mind at this moment. So, moral of the story, right, at the end, once Isis brought the baby back, she had to reveal that she was Isis, and the lady just felt such shame just seeing, because she did not have the spiritual eyes to recognize someone that she worships right in front of her. And so I think in the end, she becomes one of Isis's devout followers. But that's kind of the energy that I'm getting, is this annoyance of someone being annoyed that people don't see you for how you are, and you're meant to go off and do this great journey, right? Like, I feel like Isis has a pretty big purpose. But another one is, I keep picking up on an energy where maybe people have seen or know who you are before you know who you are, and there's just this jealousy, competitive energy or something. That's the annoying thing that just needs to stop, right? That's what they're saying. We're ending today, and then there is going to be a little bit of tea shared and a little bit of illumination, and there's so many stories that I really hope I don't jumble them too much in. So we got Isis, and then not being able to spiritually see. Maybe people can't see you, maybe you can't see yourself. But then as I got to my notes, this story kind of sideswiped me into a different direction. And so in this comes, okay, so I did shuffle cards. They're on the table. We will get to them. There was this music card. It was hidden on the floor. The deck of cards that I used, this one's not part of it. This is tarot on here. This is part of an oracle that, oh, it's over there. And it says music. It says, listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle your memories, and charm fairies to your door. And so what this shows me, the music. So what really confused me, I think I know the story. I'm finally seeing it. I open up my book and it's like monarch butterfly stepping up. And I was like, monarch butterfly, because, you know, at the time when I wrote this, you know, this great big monarch butterfly came and shown its presence. And I will never forget that moment, right? But now that it's today, I can't remember the synchronicities to share the story to make it even more magical, but it really is. So this monarch butterfly stepped up this weekend and was like, I really want the metamorphosis to happen. And so he kind of shows royalty. I'm seeing like a crown, and someone just does not know who they are. So then we take that. Oh, and then my second note here, so he kind of took me into his story and his journey, and then he also took me on my story, my journey, and he took me back to grade 2. And in grade 2, you grow monarch butterflies, and I remember every single person's hatched, but mine didn't. And he said that this story is about becoming, like, being a late bloomer, not comparing yourself, because that's what I kind of get is someone knows, like 85%, right? Because you are who you are, who you are. And there's this feeling that's just uncontainable, but there's still just a little bit hidden. And so that's that late part. And so just imagine where you are now. And if you don't feel like you've fulfilled your wishes and dreams and hopes and all those things, it's saying like there's still like the next chunk, like that's the major chunk, that's the main thing we need to focus on right now. And from here to the past and all that kind of happened, you need to take the time out of the equation for that. Everything happens when it's ready to happen. And I feel like that this reading, who this is for, took their time and just like really worked on emotional intelligence, and I'm seeing the practicality in life. Like it just seems like focus more on the stability of things. So it was like more the tortoise and the hare, slow and steady, just a constant build. I do see this group getting trapped in semi-toxic cycles, only because being stuck with people who can't see who you are and needing to prove your worth to them, that you're worthy of their time and attention, has kind of maybe helped slow things down. But that lesson that you learned from that is the whole life purpose, that you learn that and then you go off and integrate that and teach so many people along the way. So you could say like late bloomer, whatever, but the soul master lesson of that is one that could take lifetimes to learn. So if you've learned it from in that chunk of time, take the time out of it. Time's irrelevant. And so how do I want to jump on this? Okay, I'll save that for later. Okay, so now what they're showing me, because we talked about the monarch butterfly, and they keep showing me the scene in The Last Unicorn, right? And so she knows she's a unicorn. They show me a couple scenes, and they've been playing it over and over and over all weekend. Maybe I should go watch it and just like, because sometimes that's how it is like there's something in that for me to a key to the next story, but it'll be over and over until you do it. I gave my copy away to a person that I thought was a friend, and definitely never got that back, so whoops. Anyways, in The Last Unicorn, there's a scene where the hunters are going, and she's just eating her food. And she knows she's a freaking magical unicorn and that she is awesome. And two hunters stop and they look at her and they just say like, oh, just keep going. Like, that's just a mare. Like unicorns haven't been around here in ages. And she's just standing there like, did you just call me a mare? Like, I'm a unicorn. How dare you call me a mare? I have, well, unicorns are ascended masters. So maybe that's why they get a little bit offended when you call them kind of like that. But yeah, a unicorn is a unicorn, and they know they're a unicorn, and they deserve to be treated like a unicorn. They're precious and magical, and they are a different frequency, and you can tap into that frequency, just for some people to know. And so they go off, and then this monarch butterfly comes, and he's a little trickster, and so he loves to sing and rhyme and riddles and that, and she's just like, she thinks about it. I don't remember quite how it happens, but she realizes that she hasn't seen any of her friends in a really, really long time. So maybe, as the hunter said, like, maybe they did disappear. I haven't seen them in a bit. So she asks this little trickster butterfly, and he's like, you know, many moons ago, the Red Bull pushed him into the sea. And so she goes on this journey to go find them. Because everyone keeps telling her, like, no, you're the last. And she's like, no, there's no way I can be the last. And so she knows that there's a soul tribe. So to stay stuck for people who cannot see you, who have not taken time to spiritually evolve their eyes to see you for the sparkle and the magic that you are, will keep you stuck, stalled, and stagnant. You will become a mare to the illusion. You might forget who you are. And there is a moment when Mummy Fortuna does capture them, right? She does meet all these people on her journey, all these people going through different riddles and trials of their life, right? There's the magician, who's not quite a good magician, but man, is he trying. There's, I forget her name. But anyways, she's just like, the one line that they kept playing. Nope, they say that later in the reading, if I remember, because there's so many stories bleeding through this. Anyways, they go, and there's illusions that can be cast on others to see what they want to see, because they don't possess the spiritual eyes. So how do you have someone have false belief so that their 3D eyes can see the magic? And so she does cast like those spells, right? Adds another horn, a double horn on a unicorn, so that people can see one horn, because the real horn they can't see. She takes all those other mythical creatures and, tweaks and adds manipulation. But there is one other there who is authentic and real, and that is the harpy. So harpy energy has also been coming through. I feel like that's a bit of the annoying. I feel like that's the person who knows who you are, but it's just not the same vibrational match to pay time and attention to that. It's an ending of, it's a respect of knowing that you are who you are, I am who I am, both magical in the sense, but they don't really need to be trapped or boxed together. Woo! Okay. And so on that story, then I go down to here, and so the card that fell on the floor, right? There are cards here. Maybe we should talk about some of them, is music. And it says, listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can uplift your soul, rekindle your memories, and charm fairies to your door. So as I was I put the cards on, and then I went and worked on the altar, and then I kind of just felt, I put on music and just listened and felt the story. And Usher's You Got It Bad came on, which they brought me all the way back to like 2000 and something. And I just got this real deep regret of like someone missing out on old school love. Because they did not possess the spiritual eyes to see someone of spiritual. See, that's what I even get, is this person is like that how Isis was in hiding. It's like Like, I don't go around calling myself all these things. I just am who I am. And you can easily mistake me as I'm walking down the road. Or if you're at the grocery store, it's in the most simplest places that these big souls who have these really big purposes come and change the world. And so there is, okay, they're showing me, because this one says that music is really important. Music for me, especially working with my guides and allowing the spirit to flow through me, usually I wake up in the morning and I go to Spotify, and I've made a playlist that any song that has inspired me or sparked emotion in me at a time or moment, I add it to this playlist. And so I have this playlist of like 800, 900 songs, and they're all songs that have like touched my soul in some way or another. And yeah, so what I really love is, because I've just been adding this list, there's the new feature. It's like AI DJ. So you click on it and it kind of takes everything that you have and then takes what is suggested for you as well. So I have all these things that have sparked emotion and soul and beauty in me. And then now there's this new feature that can be like, all right, well, if you like that, try this. And it always takes you, because if you try to pigeonhole something, you're only able to work in that little bit of area. But if you're open and expansive and you do leave room for energy to grow, which is why I love when I do my meditation to put it on this random DJ thing. Like, I don't know what I'm going to get. It's better on the radio because you don't get as much talking. But yeah. And so Spirit just really wants to share with some people that music is the easiest way to start to notice communication with your guides. It's whatever, music invokes your soul and awakens it. This reading is about someone who doesn't know who they are deep down and how awesome they are. They're like I said, a homeless person that is actually the soul and awesomeness of like Isis. And it's hidden because really people would take advantage of you if they knew that they could use your energy and your power. Because when you use your heart and your mind, if they're in alignment, that's a force. You are a force. And so it's now time to awaken and activate that force. And so in this time, people are going to start noticing you, that they didn't notice you, that they slept on you. And maybe there will be energies of regret or something like that, but it is time to move and let go. And they say just using music and song and emotion and work your way through that. And right, if a sad song comes on, how do you get triggered by it? They say don't sit and listen to music that's like sad, or it's gonna wreck your day if you're in a higher mood. It's like we're trying to release the trapped energy. We're not here to lower the energy, if that makes sense. So let's get into the cards. So first card we have is we have the Chariot with the Orca. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So Eight of Swords is when you're trapped. And so Chariot is all about forward momentum. It's time to let go of whatever it is that thing that is annoying, that keeps you small, that keeps you stuck. Be it if other people can't see you or if you can't see you, it's time for that growth. It's time for that movement. And so here, as I said, that makes it Knight of Cups. So knights are very quick action, and cups is all about like love and charming, things like that. Why is this energy coming through? Okay, so I do see this loving heart, optimistic energy coming through. But the thing is that's the energy coming through, but we had, what are you again? Ace of Swords in reverse. So that is a new thought, an idea. It's like not thinking that this new start or this new endeavor is, I keep hearing that you're worthy enough of it because you've really associated yourself as the beggar, when there's such a badass soul in there who wants to show everything that they've learned, all the previous lifetimes. They've done all this amazing work. It's time to bring that into this lifetime. And I'm hearing like reap the rewards and benefits. You're not meant to be a beggar. You're not a beggar. And especially because at the beginning the example was, if I give and give and give, they'll think I'm lovable or worth loving. Okay. You're worthy of it. You're worthy of the love. And if people can't see you, there are those who will see you. And there will be a time where you see yourself, and even you will have this uncloaking, leveling up, and you'll be acting and doing and being a new version of yourself that is so out of your comfort, but it's who you are. It's what you deserve. It, like I said, it's who you are. So we got the Empress in reverse. That again is the beggar energy. Let's see here. Okay, no, it's simply just it's just such a mindset. It's just, let's see here. This is what we're gonna work on. I put a little bit of yeah, we're just gonna clear up this energy. It's just a lot of self-doubt. It's just because people have slept on you. That's what I'm seeing. They just slept on you, and you thought, oh, they know what they're talking about. Oh, like, I deserve it. I must have done something. No, you didn't. No, you're not. No. So, okay. It's just starting to balance now. It's been cleared out. Okay. Perfect. So, you know, if this reading kind of resonates with you, and if you give permission to help work with your energy, how do you do that? You just tell your guides that, like, I give permission to have this clearing if it's for my highest and best good. And so, what they keep showing me is, like, when you do that, by giving that permission, just rest and just do some deep breaths. They're saying right now it's really important because we've cleared out these things. So it was almost like a circular vacuum that kind of like went through, and now it's really important to balance it. So they're saying when you take a deep breath, like, imagine it going all the way to your toes, and then as you breathe out all the way, like, they just keep saying circulate it up and down, just in a straight line, not in all these different directions. Just keep that flow and that balance, and be aware. Just move it to every part in a slow, even manner, right? Don't like and then whatever. Just keep it consistent and just let it bounce and regulate a bit more. Drink lots of water today. And if you aren't stuck at work, or even if you are at work and you have maybe like a lunch or something, set a timer and just close your eyes, and even if you don't have a nap, if you don't fall asleep, just close your eyes and rest. That's what they're saying. Right now, the less that you can take in into your eyes, so here is the Nine of Swords. It was in reverse. The less that you can have all these things coming in and data disrupting whatever this peace or flow moment is. It's just that re-regulating and, you know, recentering. They're kind of showing me. Interesting. Okay. So then over here, I had it in a pile, and it kind of was like the pile split and shifted, and then one card slipped out, and they said like this one stack means something. This Seven of Cups is in reverse. So what they're showing, okay, and then underneath it was the Queen of Cups. So over here, which cups was that? The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups was about that like new love, that like, right? And then that's where that unworthy started coming from. But what they want to say is whatever this pile is going to share with us, there was indecision in the past. And maybe what I'm getting, if we go back to that Usher, You Got It Bad song, I keep seeing someone maybe, and then I got the message, missed out on old school love, like real deep old school love, whatever that means to you. But they chose other choices because this was in reverse. And so once you do this soul lesson about getting this worthiness and knowing that you deserve, that other people's decisions and actions on you have no reflection of how you are to show up in this world, that's a them problem inside them, that they feel inside. You don't feel that way, and you never were that way. And you know, they're showing me time. Time will show you, right? People will act the way they want to act. And you know, yes, I wish they would wake up and I wish they would see you for you, but you can't stay dull or dim for someone who refuses to see you for who you are. And that's the kind of energy I'm getting, is just like, yeah, I could sit and I could do my meditations. Yeah, I could go and whatever I feel guided to spiritually do to evolve. Some people know what to do and they don't want to do it. Let them stay there then. That's their choice. And so by taking yourself out of the choice, you go off on your path, and then here it is, the Queen of Cups. So I'm getting this like young energy, not thinking worthy of the love, that someone needs to choose you in order to be full or something. But then in this one, she's like, who needs to fill up my cup when I have the whole lake, the whole ocean, right? And I just see a smile. I just see the joy and frolicking and like being so immersed in such deep, fulfilling emotional experiences that have grown and evolved you to this point that now like the veil has to come off. Like it's kind of hard to keep you in this tiny box that, you know, maybe you're only meant to I'm getting so many stories, so I can't pinpoint one, but it's saying get out of your box. No matter what people said that you are meant to do or are worthy of doing, only you create what you want to do. So be it relationships, career, family, whatever you want, it's up to you to manifest. Because I see such a powerful, strong, nurturing, loving energy. So if that's the energy that you possess and contain within yourself, can you imagine what you'll create with that? Not many people have that, so I am excited to see what you'll create. So the first one that came out was on this big pile. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, which is really quick action, and it's not quite. Okay, right. Okay. Okay, we're gonna clear this out too, because this is the energy that is that lingering kind of thing. And you know what? If it's up for you to, like I said, you have to give permission for this. I won't go into anyone's energy unless they give permission. But and it's also up for you to not give your power away to someone else, that someone else can do something for you. This here is just to help you have a little bit of oomph. And as my friend explained her electric bicycle to me, you still got to pedal. You still got to do the work. Sometimes you're going up a hill, you just get a little extra, And so I haven't ridden an electric bicycle, so I can't tell you, but that's what she told me. But what I'm getting here, and we're just gonna balance the energy, because it seems very one-sided, but I do get this energy of someone from the past wanting to, oh, I didn't know that you were going to be the better option. I chose these people because I thought that they were just so much better than you, and whoops, you turned out to be a pretty good option. So what about now? And then this feminine energy was like, hell no. Like, I'm sitting over here like a pig in shit. That's what made me laugh. And so she's like, see ya. And she's just like running away so fast, because what does this energy have planned for her? Well, it's heartache and destruction. The sun, which is a complete happy completion, right? It's just like the, right? Like golden opportunity, and it's in reverse. And then we got the Emperor in reverse. And the Emperor upright would have been kind of divine masculine energy, but it's in reverse. This is like one that wants to like control and, what do you mean? And that's the kind of whatever I'm getting. And it's just like, they thought they could trick a system. Is kind of what I'm getting. Is like, maybe this person desires 3D things and material things over, and they don't have the spiritual eyes to ever understand that. What do you mean? Like, when they probably saw you, you probably didn't have much going on for you. No offense, don't take offense, because guess what? Those things and things don't make you happy. But maybe you didn't have the perfect job yet, and you didn't own your own house, and they saw you as someone who just was going to stay a beggar, and they didn't want to stay poor and have to have someone like you leech off them. But they didn't understand that deep down you had the spiritual ability to manifest whatever you want. And so you're releasing yourself from this, because now that this person's like, well, what do you mean that you have all these things now, and you have this stability, and you have the emotional intelligence, and now you want to, what do you mean? That's just what I keep hearing. Is like, well, no, like, I knew you first. I knew you, and what? Like, you don't know me now. And now I'm seeing this monarch butterfly come back. The butterfly's back. And the butterfly's like, yeah, I'm a late bloomer, but you want to know what? You should never treat people and view them as less than or beggars. Because what I get is that this person really thought that you were not a nice word. And so, do we need this energy to come back? No, but this is someone who kind of made you think that you weren't worthy. And so having that worth come back, and knowing that you have all this abundance, and you have all this, it's the emotional intelligence that you've passed soul lessons. If this person had worked with you and through them, well, they would be the Emperor in the upright. But they're not, because things don't make the world go round. So everything does seem in the upright. I don't feel any attachments, no leeching, nothing. So whatever you guys feel called, if you want to talk to this person, if you think they have potential to change, don't unless there is real change and you feel that. Don't get this, I don't know, make sure that they're not sitting here in this Three of Swords energy. With the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Pentacles would be like, yeah, I love working on my craft. I love, every day I put in effort. This one's like, no, I want something really quick and easy. But you have to do the work. You can't have the spiritual foresight if you don't do the work. Right? Six of Swords in reverse. This person's getting caught up in so many traps and illusions that they created for themselves. And now it's like they look over at you sitting in your Queen of Pentacles. This is the most stable queen of the deck. She don't have nothing to worry about because she has all the abundance. She has all the resources and she is connected. She has the spiritual eyes, but just a little bit of worthiness still needs to come before I hear the next stage, the next, whatever the late bloom, the next, it's coming. Start preparing. That's what they said. I think we can leave this here. Yeah, Five of Swords in reverse, no regret, cut ties, let things go. That's the energy of that. So it was slow and steady, but you got so many different perspectives rather than just being fed what you always wanted to hear, right? You went through the trials and the tribulations, the light and the dark. You've learned to really balance it and that glow and that peace and that calm. That's all things that you've cultivated. And that blessing is yours just to live the rest of your days. Peace and love. That's what you get for the rest of your days. All right. Bye, guys.